and we're very excited that both Tori Alston and Jared Moskowitz will be able to serve the communities here. They're obviously both from here. They kind of live and breathe Broward County, and they both have demonstrated records of service to the community, both here locally as well as to the state of Florida. Tori went to high school in Pompano Beach, got his MBA from FAMU, and he's been involved in Broward County government, having served as the county's chief of staff for 3 years. He is currently the chief of staff of the Florida Department of Transportation, and he's been doing a great job there. People who do business in other states will always compliment Florida on how well our FDOT is run relative to other states. And during the pandemic, we were able to actually accelerate some key projects when people in the initial weeks and months were doing a lot of remote working. Traffic was less, and we took advantage of that, and so he really helped Kevin Tebow and the team get that in really good working order, and we're very happy we're fully funding this work program. We're going to continue with our infrastructure needs because obviously the state is growing, and we're going to have to get ahead of that. He is joined here with his wife Candace and their 2 children, Elliot and Tori, who are already going to school here in Broward County. And Candace is starting a new local business, and they spend their free time basically with family, traveling and fishing and going to the movies. I know a little bit about maybe not going to the movies publicly anymore. We don't have that, but we just had my daughter's 5th birthday party yesterday, and that was quite an experience. So we appreciate what he's done in service, and I know he's somebody that's respected across the board here in the community, and is somebody that's proven that he has the ability to work with people regardless of political party, which is very, very important. And I think the same can be said for Jared Moskowitz. Jared has had a lot of great achievements, a relatively young guy, obviously with a beautiful young family as well. He's done an awful lot, both when he was in Parkland, then as a state representative, and then more recently, of course, as the director of the Florida Division of Emergency Management. He's a native of Coral Springs and received his JD from Nova Southeastern University. He was instrumental in all things emergency response. He really improved the agency in so many different ways and made a great impact on a lot of people who were recovering from storms, people who needed help with COVID. We were actually able, when COVID first, in those early days, people were trying to figure out what was going on. Broward was the first part of the state where we started to see, cases. Back then we thought a few cases was like really a big deal, so we were looking. And we brought the first in the country to mobilize National Guard to do these big testing sites. And Jared oversaw that. You actually had National Guard generals that would come down and look at that, and then they would then report to other states to try to do that. And so that was not only Jared, but that was actually right here in Broward County. And then as we started going on, we were the first state to bring vaccines directly to nursing homes, and Jared oversaw that, and actually the first nursing home we visited was here in Broward County. And then of course, most recently, when we did the monoclonal antibody sites, we wouldn't have been, and Jared had moved on by then, but we would not have been able to do that as effectively if he had not put in a really good infrastructure. So I think that he's somebody who is always looking to kind of do the right thing by the people that he serves, and that's something that we really, really appreciate. And family, his kids have grown over the last couple of years, and we appreciate them very much. And the question that they asked when they found out he was getting an appointment, they thought he may have to go back to Tallahassee again. No, this is here locally, and so we're very happy about that. And I think both Tori and Jared are going to put the folks here in the community and their needs first. I don't think they're going to use this position to posture or to get involved in kind of useless political fights, and that's really important. We have a lot of potential in South Florida. A lot of people want to be here. A lot of people want to invest. Obviously, we've got a lot of people here that have been here for a while. We want to make sure that they have good communities, and local government stuff is very important. If you look around the country, when these local governments have really gone off the rails, and a lot of it's when you have one-party rule, you look and you see what's happened to San Francisco. It's a shell of its former self. You look at LA with all the homeless that they have, all the crime in Chicago, you look what's happened in New York City. This is as a result of policies. This is a result of ideology trumping the needs of the community. And so these are really important positions, and I think to have two folks here who have demonstrated records of putting service above self, people that will work with you regardless of your political party, and people that both understand that we have unique opportunities here in Florida at this point in our history. We kind of, all eyes are on us, and so I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do. We look forward to working with both of them from the governor's office. You know, when I was for our first couple of years, we had Shane Strum, who's here as the chief of staff for the governor from Broward, and then we had Jared as the DEM, and so that was something where you know, they got a lot of love as a result of that kind of naturally, but there was really good working relationships, you know, regardless of any of the political party differences, and that's something that I think is really important, and we want to make sure that we're going to be able to do that. So.